Hi, Brent here at thetoolJungle.com. Today we're talking about the Tiburon layered diamond 25mm blades. I have it in two options. I have the black blade and I have the white core Tiburon. The differences between these blades are a few. The first one I'll talk about is the obvious, is that this blade, the black Tiburon core, is more expensive than the white Tiburon. The reason why is the black Tiburon has 30% more diamonds than the white Tiburon. That makes the blade more expensive. The good news is the black Tiburon is not 30% more expensive. So in that aspect, this blade is a really good deal, the black Tiburon. The next difference is, once you increase the diamonds, like I did on the black Tiburon, it makes it have to have a stronger horsepower motor to make these blades cut. So if you're going to go with the black Tiburon, I would only suggest it if you're already having a large horsepower motor. And if you're not sure if it's a large horsepower motor, I would have you start with the white Tiburon and then from there see if you're happy with the results in the life. The black Tiburon particularly, I designed mainly for large 18-inch bridge saw, large motor 18-inch bridge saw blades and the Sasso angle cut bridge saw. I found the best success with those blades. And what's great with the Sasso, I have it in the 65mm bore option because with the Sassos you have to have a larger bore, and so I provide that at no added cost. I can give you the correct bore with no additional charge. I know most fabricators, when they buy a blade for the Sasso, they have to pay money from either a machinist or the company they're buying it from to get the larger core, the larger arbor. So that's one good news with both these blades. Now the other difference is, besides the price, the horsepower, and the 30% more diamonds on the black blade, the fourth difference is the segment itself. The white Tiburon, it's layered diamond exactly like this, but they push the diamonds closer to the edge. This way this blade has more of a synergy effect with the diamonds being closer to cut quick. And that creates a little space in the center, which creates that metal to wear faster, which helps keeps the blade cutting fast and getting out the sludge and the grit when it's cutting. So with that in mind, that's the differences. Now that being said, what's the most popular blade I sell? It's definitely the white Tiburon, and for a few reasons. First of all, obviously it has a very desirable price. For the money, it's a very, very hard blade to beat. Second of all, it's very user-friendly. There's no saw, whether it has the biggest motor to the smallest motor, that this blade doesn't work on. It works on every saw out there. The second thing is it's very diverse in cutting multiple materials. The only time this thing will struggle is on certain marbles, and of course the harder stuff where you're going to need a different blade, like the natural quartzite, the nano glass or crystallized glass, the decked in high porcelain slabs, and the natural quartzite and some marbles. But off the gate, I would say if you're not sure what blade to buy, first start with this one, and then you can shoot me some emails if you have any questions. Feel free if you're kind of torn. Another way to decide between the two is, if you're currently using Genesis blades, it'll be really easy. If you're using a Genesis 2 white blade, go with this one for sure. It's going to be the same as all the white Genesises. If you're using Genesis 3, if you're using a Genesis 3 white blade, because Genesis 3 is different than Genesis 2. So if you're using the Genesis 3 white blade, you might have an option either between this one and that one, depending on your horsepower. If you're using a Genesis black blade, then definitely this blade would be fine. If you're already running Genesis black, any of my Tiburon Black series is going to fit that. It's going to work great. That's the other way you can figure it out. If you're using a couple other layer diamond blades out there, just shoot me an email of what kind of blade you're using, and I'll be more than happy to suggest you the right blade. So once again, they both come in 14, 16, and 18 inch, and in a month or so, 12 inch will be available.